Hey guys, and welcome to EakesFamilyTV, where we are a family of Hey guys, welcome to EakesFamilyTV, where we are a family of I don't know an intro. Crazy thing, the little peanut that was inside of me has been born a little bit early too. So today we are going to go over my labor and delivery story and tell you how this little peanut came into the world. I'm gonna get her really quick. She's in her swing. Hi. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. I say hello. She's crying a little bit. Okay, so on March 23rd, 2017, little Hayden Renee Christine was born. I think at that time I was 37 weeks and 37 weeks and 4 days pregnant. The day prior to, on the 22nd, I went in for my 37-week appointment, and he was like, we were just kind of like looking at everything, and you know, and he's like, do you want a cervical exam? And I'm like, you know, maybe, because last time we checked when I was at 30 weeks, I was already 2 centimeters dilated. So now 37 weeks and 4 days, or 3 days at that time, I could have been more. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I think I was a 3 to 4. I think I was a 4. He's like, because you're so dilated and your blood pressure is still high, because I had been having problems like for the last like month of my pregnancy, so 33 weeks and on, with high blood pressure. So there was a slight risk for preeclampsia, but also I had to do the 24-hour urine test, and that came back negative. So I didn't have enough protein in my urine to be diagnosed with preeclampsia, but because my blood pressure was so high, we had to schedule an induction date. My original due date was April 10th. Scheduled the induction date for April 7th, so just a little bit early from 40 weeks. So I would have been 39 weeks. Oh my god, I almost just spilled my coffee. I would have been at 39 weeks and 4 days. I think we scheduled 6 more appointments to some non-stress tests where I have to sit down on a chair, my blood pressure gets monitored, and then also the baby's heart rate and my heart rate and stuff like that, just to make sure everything's good. And that was like 20 minutes twice a week that I would have to do that. So I did that day on the 22nd, and then also that day we had an ultrasound, so I got to see Hayden in my belly literally the day before she was born, just to make sure that the fluid and that her length and growth was okay. So everything was good there. We had our induction date. We were super excited. I posted on Facebook and I was like, 16 more days and Hayden will be here. Woo! And then the next morning, on the 23rd, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning with like menstrual-like cramps. Like, it was pretty painful, but also like I could handle it. So from 3:30 until 6:30 in the morning, I was timing my contractions, and they were 3.5 minutes to 5.5 minutes apart, and they were lasting 45 seconds. So I was like, I'm just gonna call the birth center. At that point, no one was awake. Jaden had to be at school, or had to be woken up for school at 7. Sean was still sleeping, so I'm just like, I don't know if this is the real thing or not, but I'm just gonna act like it's Braxton Hicks. I called labor and delivery. I'm like, hey, just so you know, this is happening. What should I do? And they're like, have you lost any fluid? Anything like this? What, your discharge? All that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, nope. Just been sitting here with cramps, can't fall asleep, so I don't know. So like, wait it out as long as possible, because I mean, you could not be in labor at all. Like, Braxton Hicks can do this sometimes, where it lasts a couple hours. And I'm like, okay. Throughout the rest of the day, they were still there, pretty consistent, slightly getting stronger, but not to the point where I was like, oh my god, we have to go in. Luckily, Sean worked at 5 that day, so he was able to be at home with me the majority of the time. But I was just, oh honey. I was literally kind of curled up like in a ball on the bed, just trying to sleep, because I was tired. And also, if it was Braxton Hicks, I was like, it'll go away, I'm just gonna sleep, I have nothing else to do. I was watching all of the episodes of The Office, simultaneously eating a whole bag of popcorn, which I finished before we left. So I ate a whole bag of popcorn, and then I was kind of just laying down. Had to pee quite often, so I went to the bathroom, and I noticed that I had passed some blood. Not really a blood, like my discharge was kind of brown, and I'm like, what does that mean? So I took a shower, kind of just like got myself ready for the day, kept going to the bathroom, and then kept noticing more blood than brown in the discharge. And then it started become not mucousy at all, like the mucus plug is. It was just blood, and I was like, okay, Sean, guess what? We're going to the hospital. I called labor and delivery. They're like, well, I mean, I guess you could come in. Like, are they painful? Can you stand to be at home a little bit longer? And I'm like, you know, I've had some problems with high blood pressure throughout the last part of my pregnancy. I want to be better safe than sorry, so I'm gonna come in. So I looked at Sean, and Sean looked at me, and we're like, oh my god, we might be having a baby. But of course I'm like, no, this isn't it. I'm literally probably just being a baby. We're not having the baby today. It's too early, we're not having the baby. So we packed everything up. We luckily had the bags just chilling in the crib, like ready to go. So we grabbed the bags, and we hopped in the car, went to labor and delivery, and got all hooked up and everything. They're like, how you feeling? I'm like, good, like not any different than I was before. At this point it was 2:30 p.m. So I had already been awake for 11 hours with contractions. They checked me, and they're like, holy, you are 7 centimeters dilated. And I'm like, okay. And I look at Sean, and he's like, holy shit, like we're having this baby like right now. The cutoff for epidurals is at 8 centimeters dilated. So they're like, do you want an epidural? I'm like, yes. Like I've already been, like I'm already so tired from those like little contractions for 11 hours that I've been having, like just get me an epidural. So they admitted me to an actual delivery room. I was just kind of in this like side room. Texted my parents, and I'm like, hey, head on over, we're having this baby. And got my epidural about 3:30, I'd say. I was having pretty bad contractions at that point. I was having to like breathe through them, like as you should, but I was just breathing through them. After the epidural though, I couldn't feel my contractions. It was slightly, I'm not gonna say failed, it wasn't a failed epidural, but my left leg, I could still like lift up my left leg and feel it, and when I was having my contractions, I felt it on my left side, but we just went through it. I'm like, if I can be numbed even a little bit, like how I am now, like I'm better than the full-on contractions that I was having before. So just kind of chilling until I was closer to 10 centimeters. I was 9 centimeters for a while, for about an hour, and my nurse is like, you're pretty much at 10. There's just a little bit of tissue that was just blocking the cervix, so I couldn't be really at 10. She like went in there and like tried to push the tissue away. As I pushed, she's like, all right, let's start pushing. And so I'm gonna say that was probably at 7, but at 7 I started pushing. Apparently Hayden kept going in and out and in and out and in and out of my birth canal, so it just kept like digressing, regressing. I don't know what the right word is. But so I kept having to push and push and push and push. My dad was over sitting on the couch counting how many pushes, and it took me 38 pushes to push out this little baby. Pushed for an hour and a half. So at like an hour and 27 minutes, I had to stop pushing, and I had to do the through the last couple of contractions because we had to wait for the doctor to come in. So my doctor finally came in and got all like, put his scrubs on and everything, and down in front of me, and I was like, I need to push. So I pushed 3 times and Hayden was out. I did tear a little bit. It was like a triangular labial tear. I don't know, but all I know is I have stitches in me. I don't think so anymore because I'm 8 days postpartum, and I don't know, I feel pretty good. I don't feel like there are stitches inside of me. But Hayden was born at 8:31 p.m. on March 23rd, 2017. She weighed 7 ounces, 2 pounds. You'd be a tiny little baby. She weighed 7 pounds, 2 ounces, and she was 20.5 inches long. So she was kind of a tiny baby, but she came out 2.5 weeks early. So I'm just like, how big would she have been if she went full term? Like, if she went 40 weeks, she would have been like a 10-pound baby. I think the hardest part about all of this and the whole process, it wasn't the labor, it's been the healing afterwards. And it's not even like taking care of her afterwards either. Like, she's the calmest baby ever, like so chill, barely cries. She was a little fussy this morning and has been today, but I mean, that's the first time in 8 days that she's been like that. I've never been in like so much pain down there before, even like with periods and stuff. It's like you have no control, just let it heal, and you have to just lay low and relax. And that's like the last thing that I would ever do. Like, I'm not known for someone who's gonna like lay in bed all day and not do stuff. I have to like put myself in the room and make sure I fall asleep because I'm like overtaxing my body, but I can't just like lay low. But yeah, I had an amazing staff of nurses and my doctor was great, and yeah, so it was one of the best experiences that could have ever happened to me. So unexpected. Like, I didn't think I was gonna just, I don't know, like, okay, let's go to the hospital, 7 centimeters, we're having this baby, like. So thankfully we were prepared. It was pretty crazy. It was a good time though, because now I have a little squish that can hang out with me all day. Yeah, that was my labor and delivery story. Hayden Renee Christine Eakes is a healthy little baby right now. That's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. It's new and we're gonna be growing it throughout the next couple years. I don't know, the next couple years. We're gonna be growing it for a while, but if you subscribe early on, you'll be one of our first subscribers. Ha! We really just wanna have this channel to watch our whole family grow and stuff like that. So give this video a like, share it, subscribe, comment down below your favorite part of your labor and delivery, because I'd like to know. My favorite part was probably going into the hospital already at 7 centimeters dilated. I think that was pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna go, and she's gonna go, this little sleepy turd. She's just a little sleepy turd. I think I woke her up. Okay, bye guys.